Hi everyone, we're going to be making the Secret Santa cards today. When you get the files, this is what's going to come in your zipped file. Go ahead and unzip them. There's quite a few, and I will point out that there is a Secret Santa fronts that is a vector, and you will not need that one. I did include it just in case later you want to do something with it. The way you're going to start is you're going to start with the Secret Santa fronts. It's the PDF, and it will become the bottom of the card that you will print the numbers on. So to open it up and show you what it looks like as the PDF, you're going to go ahead and print 6 of these on your printer. And then you will go ahead and you will open up the 1 through 5 and all the way through 21 to 25 and print on the backs of this Secret Santa that you have just printed. You will need to know your printer, and I suggest using just a plain piece of paper and doing 1 through 5 first, just to make sure that you have everything going in the right direction. When you're done with that, you want to go ahead and print on cardstock, medium cardstock, so that the cards have a good weight to them, and you can laminate the cards later so that you can use them year after year and they won't get dirty. So to give you an idea of what that looks like, here is the front of the PDF printed. And then after you put it in the Cricut, the 1 through 5, and then print, you'll have the registration marks and everything on the other side. So now we'll go ahead and we'll open up Cricut Design Space, and we're going to start with the Secret Santa backs 1 through 5. Just click on New Project and upload. Go and find your images. Select 1 through 5 and open. Go ahead and tag. And I called them all Secret Santa, so when I go to look for them later in my projects, they will all come up at once. And save. On the next screen, you're going to go ahead and select that. The green box goes around it, and insert the image. Once it comes onto your canvas, you'll note that it's all ready to go. All you need to do is select it. Make sure that it is selected. If it's not selected, you'll notice that all of the corners go away and it's not grayed anymore. So be sure that it is selected, and then go over to your little tools over on the right bottom and select Flatten. This creates a print and then cut. Go over to your button to make it, the green button in the right corner, and wait patiently as Cricut loads it into the mats. Once it comes into the mat, you'll notice that it is already sized for an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. Again, the cards are 2.5 by 3.5 inches, which is a regular standard plain deck size. At this point, you're going to send this to the printer, and that will print on the other side of the Santa PDF that you printed. You'll go ahead and you'll select your printer. You only need 1 copy of this. Keep the add bleed as is, and then go ahead and print. Since I've already printed these, I'm just going to X out of there. Now you're going to go ahead and set your base material. And if you have saved as your favorite a cardstock, that's what I recommend printing the cards on. Or you can select paper by browsing and selecting the paper. You could browse all materials, type in paper, and then you'll find the copy paper and then select it as your favorites. And that's for your test. But I do recommend printing out on medium cardstock to continue on. Going to change the pressure to more because you want your cards nice and crisp on the edges. And then your machine will prompt you for what blade you need and all of that. For this it's the fine point blade. You're going to go ahead and load your mat and then press the C Cricut to go ahead and cut. I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of that so I can show you a couple more things. Go ahead and save your project as always. I'm going to call this one Secret Santa 1 through 5. And then you'll go ahead and you'll do the 6 through 10 and so on and so forth. Again, printing on the back side of the Santa caps. There is a Secret Santa rules card that will print out just like this. It just has the rules on it and you'll print it on the back of the Santa cap as well. But right now I'm going to go ahead and upload the Secret Santa box. And this will be the box that you use to store your cards in. And go ahead and tag it again as Secret Santa. And save. Go ahead and insert the image. I accidentally clicked drag and drop again, so I'm just going to go ahead and select it again. And then insert the image. When it comes in, it is not quite ready to print yet or cut. It comes in grouped and it does have score lines, so we're going to have to ungroup the project, select the box with the score lines, and then ungroup that one as well. You want to select each of the lines and turn them into score lines. It's going to change that line into a dotted line so that the Cricut knows to apply a score line and not cut it. You want to select all the lines, and you can do that by selecting one at a time and hitting the Shift key, or going over to the right and see where they say cut. You would just select it, Shift key, and select all of the cuts, and then you can turn them into score lines all at once. Now that they're all selected, we want to be sure and make sure that they all say score. Then we're going to select the entire lower portion of the box by holding down your mouse key and drawing a box around it, and then click attach in the lower right corner. This attaches the score lines to the box so that they won't want to be printed independently on a separate mat. You need to attach them. If that does happen, be sure to come back and attach it. Now, one other thing I did do on this project is I went ahead and selected the whole thing and attached the top to the bottom, so it would print on an 8.5 by 11. Otherwise, Cricut's going to rearrange it on the mat for a 12 by 12, and then you'll just have to manually move the top part over. So if you see it says 12 by 12, if you select the 8.5, 8.3, whatever they have there, you'll see that it's going to print an 8.5 by 11. Go ahead and select continue, and then you're going to load the machine, and then it's going to prompt you to load the scoring tool. If you don't have a scoring tool, that's fine. Just go ahead and remove all the lines. So you'll have to do that manually. Once you're satisfied, just go ahead and click continue. And this is what your scored box will look like on the mat when it's done. Now to attach it, you just fold all your score lines, and then I used the double-sided tape to attach it to the front. And then the top right there is the part that folds into the box. So don't put any tape on that one. So here you see I've used the Scotch tape and already applied it to all of the edges. Now when I apply these, I find it easier to do the bottom first, just by backing it up to that bottom piece and adhering that first, and then doing the sides. Just be patient and work with your box a little bit to get it to where it looks good. And then apply pressure to the spots where the tape is. And the little tarts right, just like a regular deck of cards. You can go ahead and you can attach one of the Secret Santa cards to the front, and then maybe do the rules on the back, or whatever you want to apply to the front or the back. Makes a nice little gift if you're thinking about giving it to somebody that does like to play the Secret Santa gift. Or you can just keep it for yourself and have it year after year. Be sure to join us at Craft Room Time to get more ideas and lots of free SVGs. Thanks for watching.